Hello, good morning, Saeed. Good morning, everybody. We're waiting for Manuel to come. Estamos esperando para la llegada de presentador. Don't worry, it's going to be in English. Manuel speaks English, Russian.
Hi, John.
Hey, how you doing? Said, how you?
Fine, and you?
Good, good.
Okay.
You know, I'm waiting for Manuel to come in. You're in Union, Said?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'd like you to be critical. If if this device, any questions you have, please ask. Because
Yes,
as
yes,
you
okay.
know, the world could use a good simulator of the brain.
Yeah, okay, I know.
Yeah, you know that,
It's
right? I don't know,
it's
when you
interesting.
train, when you train, did you have cadavers?
No, we haven't cadavers
Yeah,
for
not
the
many
moment.
people. Yeah, not many people do. I think even now it's worse
Mm,
because with COVID, there's like
yes.
all kinds of laws
Mm,
about using cadavers and getting permission.
mm,
So I think that area of medicine is going to be hurt.
mm.
Cadavers,
Yes.
not just in the third world, you know, it's everywhere, everywhere.
Mm,
Mexico, you know, like it's just like it seems like there's a freeze
mm.
on certain types of research.
You know Pablo Gonzalez from
Yeah,
Alicante.
yeah.
Yes, he has his own model with electronic device in the inside the model, and we can change for essentially stimulation of the white matter. We can change simulate a shift caused by the tumor, and we have a tool to stimulate the cortical region and subcortical region. It's a very interesting model.
Oh, so you've done it. You've used it.
Yes, I use it with Pablo Gonzalez. Yes, in
How long
Alicante.
ago was that? How long ago?
2 years.
Okay, well, we could have an interview with
Much, but
Pablo.
I think it's now it's
Advanced.
more sophisticated.
Okay, well, I
Mm.
didn't know that. I'll talk to him and see if he wants to do a demonstration.
Yes, he's very.
An update.
Yes. Pablo is very busy this time, but he works hard.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell him that. I'll tell him that.
Yes.
Because, you know, I'm not a neurosurgeon and I have people with simulators that come to me. I didn't know there's so many. There's a lot out there.
Yeah.
And obviously, the third rule has to get one that's not too expensive. I mean, it's going to
Yes.
cost. It's going to cost, but it'd
Yeah.
be much less than a cadaver lab. So you got to pick what you want to do. You spend a little money for something
Yeah.
like Pablo, or just don't do it.
Yes.
Just don't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, there's no other options.
Yeah.
So, okay, everyone else. So there's another Saeed's here from Morocco. Good to have him here.
Saeed Ait Ben Ali. Yes, he's from Marrakesh.
Marrakesh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was made
Yes.
famous by music.
Hello, Dr. John Bennett. Hello, how are you?
Well,
Saeed.
you know, Saeed in Marrakesh.
Yes.
There's a song very popular in this country that mentions Marrakesh.
Yes.
Marrakesh Express, it's called the Marrakesh.
Yes.
Express.
It's Marrakesh Express. It's a
Is
song by.
there an express? Is there a Marrakesh Express? Is there
Welcome to Marrakesh, Dr.
Yes,
John.
in 17, like there were some bus named Express, but they are not very express.
Yeah,
So
it's a legal express. Right?
Yes, the song American Express by, I don't know the group, American group.
Yeah, Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young. Where's Manuel? He's supposed to be here.
Thank you.
Ça va, tu vas bien, Saïd?
Très bien. Et toi, ça va?
Ça va, tout va bien. Ben, on s'occupe.
Bon courage.
Merci beaucoup.
Salut.
How many time to stop, John?
Just a few minutes. I'm calling Manuel. He may have got
Okay.
delayed. So just, yeah, we'll a few minutes. We'll be a few minutes. If you
Okay.
got something to do.
Okay.
Oh, I hope nothing bad happened, such as emergency surgery. I hope not. I don't want to hear that word. But he's not even answering his what's up. Okay, I'm gonna call on what's up. Hey, Manuel. Hello? Are you coming in? Are you coming in? Yeah, come on in. Ooh. Okay, Manuel's coming in. So how are things in Reunion?
Doctor, it's good. It's when COVID, it's
There's still restrictions.
yeah. Manuel has a problem.
I talked to him on the WhatsApp, but some people get confused. And I'm communicating with him by WhatsApp.
I hope he's not on call.
No. I talked to him.
Oh,
I said, Manuel, where are you? I said, he says, yeah, I'm coming in.
hmm.
But yeah, he could be trying, I don't know where he's trying to come in. There's someone trying to come in that doesn't have a good connection. I wonder if that's him. Okay, I'm gonna call him again. So we'll get him, Don't worry. Hold on, I'm gonna call him again.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, Manuel, you there? Oh, there you are, okay. He's here. Hey, Manuel, you there? Manuel?
Yes, John.
Okay.
Ah.
There must have been some kind of technical difficulty.
Yes, it is. It's because it's raining and the internet in my room is not
Consistent?
it's not very good. It's not very good. There is a big raining outside here in
Oh,
India.
really? Okay.
Yes,
well,
yes. And
well, we'll just do the best we can. You know Saeed, right? Saeed Taha.
Yes, Manuel, comment tu vas?
yes, ça va bien.
And there's Saeed Banali from Marrakesh. He's here.
Yes,
No.
yes,
See
I
him
meet him.
coming?
I meet him.
Okay, so I'll have some help asking
How are you?
questions.
How are you, Emmanuel? Emmanuel?
Hey, hello. Wow, how are you?
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? We're
You-
meeting
you
in
remember-
Italy.
You remember I met you in Milan in Italy,
Yes,
Yeah.
of course, I remember you. You're from Morocco.
Yeah.
Morocco.
in the department of Capabianca.
Yes,
Or-
absolutely.
also
Of course, I know you. I remember you very well. Very nice to see you. Very nice to see you. That
Thank
was
you.
in 2018.
Yeah.
But be careful, Manuel. Saeed is going to be a tough evaluator. He's going to be tough.
That's good. That's good. That's
He's got
good.
high standards. So Saeed's, they have high standards.
No, that's
Okay.
good. You know, we have high standard is the way to we can improve. Because if we have only people who say to be polite, we never gonna improve. because we need
Okay.
people to say the stuff in the right way.
Okay, Manuel, let's start. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good morning. This is Dr. John Bennett broadcasting from Miami Beach. We are honored with the presence of Manuel Encarnacion. He's a neurosurgical resident that loves to travel. He's from the Dominican Republic. He's doing his residency in Moscow, Russia, and now he's at Ipes Place in Krishna, India, doing a little bit of training before he goes back. So welcome, Manuel. It's all yours.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I'm gonna share my screen with you just in a moment.
Manuel, can you say a few words about yourself, please?
Sorry?
Can you please introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Manuel Encarnacion. I'm originally from Dominican Republic. I am third-year resident of neurosurgery. Right now, I am making a fellowship in Krishna Institute, a medical college in India. So one of my interests, as I am professor associate of anatomy in the UNESCO anatomy group, we try to develop new technologies from teaching. So this is why one of my area of interest, beside the of course of the neurosurgeries, the surgeries, this is the teaching, and try to develop some models affordable from everybody. This is one of my goals, and so this is what I'm gonna present you now. So I am putting my wait, because this PowerPoint is opening. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, I am sharing my screen with all of you now.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes. So as you can see here, this is the name of this project. It's 2020 True Head. This is a real training model for neurosurgery. Here, as you can see, you're gonna see the people who made this project possible. First time to Professor Jose Soriano. He is the actual president of Latin American Federation of Neurosurgical Societies. Rosy Barrientos, she's a neurosurgery resident in Moscow. And Gerald Musa, he's from also resident of neurosurgery in Moscow. He's from, Rosy Barrientos is Dominican and Gerald is from Zambia. They are the part of the team who always support the project with ideas. And in the end, but not less important, are the advisors who give their ideas, the way or what they want, what pathologies can be useful. All of them, of course, I say to thank you very much, Professor Aicherian, Juha Elisemi, Professor Konovalov, Professor Jesus La Fuente, Professor Albert Sufyanov, and Dr. Boris Olejnikov. Thank you so much, because always been there from this project. So the first question we need to make is why we need this kind of models. Why do we need this training? Why? That was the question we made in the beginning. It's because for these problems always arrive, because they donate bodies in the teaching for research objectives. The human body, particularly, is one of the pieces very hard to get. This was an article from the New York Times. These terms arrive and is the broker, body broker. There are people who sell a human body. It's totally legal. It's legal. So what they do is they sell for any training course. You're gonna see the price very high. The head, from a body, from a spinal, for example, it's very high. The problem is not in all the places we have this possibility to get body. For example, you can see in green the countries when there is donors from education, okay? And the other countries, you can see here the other countries who don't use this, they don't have this culture of donate body for teaching. So the question is, why the cadaver specimen for training purpose are not available for everyone and everywhere? That's the problematic. So here I'm gonna bring to you some articles about the training models and how they can help in different aspects of neurosurgical training. You can see here there is a systematic review. I'm gonna put all of them very, very fast to don't get you too much time. You can see, for example, you can see this one is a rigid one, okay? This is a rigid training model. Yes, you can use it, but for teaching. You can use it for teaching, to see, but the problem is it's rigid. And it is with one only type of material, okay? So more and more products, more and more training models are arriving since the time is coming. So, and now you can see we have some models for training aneurysma, because it's very hard to get a cadaver with the aneurysma, for example, with any pathology. So more and more institutions are developing this kind of model for training. Again, as you can see now, some institutions put their doctors or their residents to train from specific pathologies. Again, another model. This is a very beautiful analytic model. You can see this one also. Even from position, the paging or navigation, okay? So you can see all these models are all over the world already. So how is the neurosurgical training? In the way it's supposed to be going. We have the model, we have the operation room with the human. Yes, it's excellent. And we have the cadaver. And then we have also the simulation. We have the true training or the augmented reality. You can see the same anatomical region in one fresh cadaver and in one cadaver fixated with formaldehyde. But as you can see, the difference is huge in these two cadavers. Also, you know, when we work with fixed cadaver, the structures are fixed and they are very hard, they're very tight. So the problematic we find for the cadaver donation for training us, we have the lack of donors. Why? We have different regions. In some countries, people they don't have this this culture to donor the bodies. Health problem as you see now, unfortunately, for the pandemic, there is no donation of bodies. Any institution is accepting bodies. For example, here, there is no accepting in the institution I am now, they are not accepting cadaver since the last year. The lack of reproducibility. Yes, we can have the cadaver, but it's something we don't want to have these pathologies. We don't want to have pathologies. because when we find a cadaver with a tumor or with an aneurysm, this type of cadaver usually more than 90% of the cases they will go from anatomy pathology. Okay. Also, we need a special requirement for the cadaver use. We need special places. Legal issues to get a cadaver is a huge amount of papers because it's not easy to use anybody. We need to see if all the law is they are taking in the right way of the law. Okay, because we need to see if the cause is dead and all these papers and all these bureaucratic issues take time. Also, exclusive technology. We know we need to keep the cadaver in the most proper way. And of course, the end, but no less important, is the cost. Because for that reason, we see the training course, they are expensive. Usually more than $800 or much more than $800, any training course, any training courses. And it's because for the high price, the specimen have. It is a freezer, for example, for keep the cadavers. And this kind of freezers are not cheap. They're not cheap. If we try to use in the developing country, this kind of freezer, sometimes we have problem with the light. Like here, for example, here the light sometimes is going out, going in. So we have here the advantage and disadvantage of the neurosurgical training in operation room. The good is we have a real scenario. We have the preoperative planning based on diagnostic studies, all kinds of pathologies, all kinds of complications also. We use usual technology. We have microscope, endoscope, navigation, neuromodulation, and we are under the master supervision. But we have some bioethical issues because you, as my professor, you don't gonna give me the aneurysm like very easy, like, come on, try. No, it's not possible. It's not ethical because first is the patient. Primero non nocere. We don't gonna remove a glioma from the brainstem and you're gonna say to your residents like, come on, try. So we have legal issues for the same reason. If anything happens, since the residents, the consultants, the director, everybody gonna have very big legal problem. The slow learning curve, because it's based on the task of repetition. And sometimes we're not gonna have this kind of pathologies all the time for learning. Difficult for practice complex cases for the same reasons. We're not gonna remove the glioma on the brainstem every week. The CADAVER-LAB, of course, it's a real anatomy. We have the real perception of the tissues, but it's an unreal scenario. We have a control scenario. Usually we have, usually we have the preoperative study. We don't have it. We don't have a physiological property like circulation of the spinal fluid liquid or blood. Also, we don't have circulation of the blood. It's difficult to reproduce complications because, as I said before, all the times the cadaver are healthy without any kind of pathology, neurosurgical pathology. Usually, any cadaver have it. So also, it's without all the usual technology. We're not gonna use sometimes the same microscope or the same endoscope because, of course, we cannot use this very expensive toys for in the lovely way. We're not gonna use in the cadaver and then in the patient. It's impossible. We cannot. Also, requires some special infrastructures. They have low availability because of high cost. So now we get to the true trainers. Remember, the true trainer, we don't gonna say it's gonna be like the today's cadaver, no. But the true trainer can help very much in the process of the learning. And if we don't have the cadaver, it's something we can use. Advantage is a similar anatomy. It's a scale 1/1, similar perception of the tissues. We can reproduce some physiological aspect. Also, we can reproduce some complications. Or also, we can reproduce some pathologies. Universal is gonna be available everywhere. It can be useful. It can be used also in any place. We don't need to use any kind of special structures. We don't have infectious risk. The cost is low. It's possible to use with any kind of technology, because you can use with the same, for example, with the same Kinevo, you can use it. With the same endoscope of the patient, you can use it. The disadvantage is unreal scenario. The consistency is unreal also. Yes, it's not the same. But at this time, of course, we get some few pathologies to make reproducible. And also, we need to make all people accepted. Why? Let's see. Because we need to show to everybody and see if they can accept this kind of product, because it's something new, and if something happen with any kind of new product for the learning, is also like that. So again, why the stimulation are important? We also say errare humanum est, but in neurosurgery, one mistake of 1 millimeter can be a big problem. Okay. So as here you can see how we can reduce the learning curve in neurosurgical training. So how we can reduce this learning curve from some cases. So I think, and we think, the true trainers can be a very useful tool for decrease this learning curve, okay? Because as you can see here, the ethic in the learning curve in innovative neurosurgery is something we need, we have two feelings in the same way, because we want to reduce the learning curve, but we need to be ethical, okay? So we cannot pretend reduce the learning curve with the patient. Okay, so as you can see, this article is like in a spotlight of negotiation the learning curve in the learning, okay, on neurosurgical, because all these articles came at the same point. Is learning curve in neurosurgery is very, very high, because for the complexity of the cases, and the only way to reduce the learning curve is practice, repetition, repetition, repetition. So you can see we have to wait for training in neurosurgery. One is the cadaver specimen and the clinical, and we try to put one more here, and it's going to be the true trainers. This is our goal here. So you see, the neurosurgery training is the laboratory. After that, the laboratory, more laboratory, and then with the patient. As the World Health Organization says, the practice is the only way to learn neurosurgery training. The practical training has been affected by the law, because the residents cannot perform some surgeries, some complex surgeries in some places. You can see this article here about the neurosurgery in EFIT, the perspective from the field. More and more article about the ethic. This is something I put to you because we try to struggle with the learning curve and the ethic, how we can decrease the learning curve without remove the ethic in the neurosurgery training. So, which is the ideal of the true trainer. One with the ideal anatomy, with the ideal consistency, can be drill, also can be bleed. The real size. See, do you hear me, John? Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So, as I was saying, the real size, because it doesn't matter if we have the best training, the most physiological one with the all pathologies we want. If we don't have the real size, it doesn't matter, because we need to work with the real size. Because I cannot work with the aneurysma of the size of my forearm. Yes, it's going to be very easy. No, it's not real. The ability to change the position is very important with the trainer. When we can move, and it's going to have the same position as we have the patient. A model with the real size also, we can move. It's not going to be an extra weight, like 2 tons, for example, on the size of this room. Some pathologies in the favor of specific problems. And it can be possible, it can be hands-on, why not? This picture you see here was in 2006. You see me here. You see this brain we make here a long time ago. Now I'm going to show you the method we use for make our trainer, our true trainer. First, we took a real CT of the patient. The patient was me. We took the real CT to get the real anatomy and real size. And the good part was the skull was healthy, thank God. What we can get from this skull, first we have the skulls, it's in a skull of real size 1 of 1, my big head. We have here this transnasal approach we can perform in this trainer. And when we finish, you see this here, we can put it out, the nasal cavity, and put it another one in and repeat the process. It means we can perform several transnasal approach, okay? And reuse the model, because it's gonna be like, we just remove it and put it back, another one, another nasal cavity. Now, you see here, we have the Willis circle, because of course, we need to, our model have blood circulation. So now you can see the head in the field, the head in the operation room. Important is the real size of the head. Important is the touch. Important if the model can hold a main field, a pin there. That's very, very important. Here, this one you see here is a pump. I'm gonna show you later from the circulation. This is the size of the brain model. You see all the size here of the model. You can see the arachnoid shining there. The brain have all the layers of the dura, of the meninges, of the arachnoid, pia mater, and of course the dura mater. You can see here. We cut here the dura mater. In that way, we can put it in and put it back to show. But in the end, all the model is closed. It's totally closed, isolated with the dura mater. Now I'm gonna show some example of models we make. For example, here.
Manuel, I think you're muted. Manuel, you accidentally muted yourself, I think. Can you hear me, Manuel? I'm asking you to unmute, Manuel. Manuel? Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, okay, you can't hear Manuel either, obviously. Manuel? For some reason, he's not answering. Okay. It's an interesting problem. How can I get to him? Yeah. Okay, you got the message. I don't know who sent that message. It was a good one.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, now you got, okay, very good.
Hello. Do you hear me, John?
Now I do. Yeah, you're muted for a minute or so. Okay, carry on.
Wait, I don't hear you.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
It's strange. I don't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me, Emmanuel? I guess not. Yeah, Emmanuel was mentioning before they have quite heavy rainstorms in southern India, and his internet.
John, I don't hear you, but you can hear
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can
yes,
hear
we
you.
hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. So you can lecture, Manuel. You can lecture. We can hear you fine. Go ahead. Continue on, please.
Southern India also we are hearing. You can go ahead.
You can reboot if you want. And we'll just wait on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I am telling him to reboot. Yeah, I should have a big graphic now that says reboot. I think he's rebooting now. I think. So just hang on.
I think he has a connection problem.
Yeah, he was having problem connecting at the start because of that rainstorm. I hope they didn't knock him out. Okay, hold on. It could be. We'll just be patient. It usually works out fine.
Here is it.
Hello. Okay, I am here again. Sorry.
Okay, good.
I have a problem with the light here.
Look, don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll edit it. Don't worry. We'll edit it out.
Sorry, I am not in Switzerland. Okay.
Okay. It's okay now, right? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Can you tell me from where you didn't hear me, please, to repeat it?
That's the brain. You're the brain.
Okay.
Because your model, like the first step with the videos, 2 videos.
Okay, you didn't hear me when I was talking about the videos. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so as I was saying, sorry, because you didn't hear me. Here you can see one of the head in the operation room, and you see this is the pump who allow us to make the circulation, a closed system of the circulation. for the CFS also, and from the blood supply. This is the size of the brain models. You can see the shining the arachnoid, and you can see here, you can see the brain have all the layers of the meninges, have the dura mater here. We cut the dura mater, in that way we can remove the dura mater easily and show the models. We have the arachnoid here, you see the shining here, the arachnoid, and also have the pia mater. Again, you see the brain model in different position, and we cut the meninges, and we cut the dura mater. This is one of the brain model with tumor here. And here you can see another model. Now you can see a dissection of the tumor capsule here. It's brain tumor. Also, CFS in the model, because it's important for me, only for practice ventricle function, drainage. Now we are performing a third ventriculostomy. You see here the Monroe, foramen of Monroe, the thalamostriate veins. You see the mammillary bodies here, the infundibulum here, the floor of the third ventricle. This is the process of illustration. Also, the surgical planning. You see, in the models we can use the main field point. We use also the hunt, the hunt. As you can see, the models have the model of the skin have all different layers inside. So you can see from the skin, subcutaneous tissues, fat, and the muscles. So you see, you can use any kind of drill very easily. This is the one, because we make also a sagittal model, half model, to be more easy. We try to make some more easy and don't need to use the main field 3-point. You see the models, we make the skin incision. This model was used before. because we can use also for training since the skin. So you see, it's very important to the sensation. It's very important when we perform the craniotomy, feels like a bone, feels like a real bone. The drill is gonna stop when you get to the inner tabla. And then when we use the craniotomy, it feels good, feels like a real bone. Because we don't want it to feel too much, too soft or too hard. You see the dura after the drilling. Now you can see here, for example, we apply this Sujita here, and you can see a half model. And in this one, we already developed the muscles, and we make all the traction, remove we make a traction of the temporal muscles. You can see here. As I say, we can use the Hudson, we can use the Jiggly. We can use the models also for training the resident in the use of the Jiggly here, the Jiggly saw. This one we use with the Jiggly and with the Hudson. And later we use the Harrison. It's something we can use the residents. Of course, it's important if our model have a vessel supply, a vascular supply. You see here, this one. Oh, sorry. You see here the aneurysma model. The pulsation is very important in all the models. Later we develop this. You can see this, the transparent one. Those are the first models. They are just models to show. They are not practical one because this red color and this one is in plastic. This is plastic. So later we developed this model we call bleeding skin. This skin with the superficial temporal artery. Sorry, because it's too far. Sorry, it's supposed to be here. Supposed to be here. Fe de rata. And when you cut the skin, you can cut the artery. You see circulation here. So this model with the temporal superficial artery, can we use this kind of model from performance bypass, extracranial, intracranial bypass? You see this model with the temporal muscle here. This is in the way I show you, we can remove the nasal cavity after we finish perform transnasal approach. The model have also this model with the muscles, including we have the temporal fascia, and also, of course, the galea poneurotic here, the pericranium. You hear that's my daughter screaming. I'm playing a novel around. Okay. You see here. We remove the periosteum here. Yes, you can hear her sweet voice in the background. So we have the aneurysm model, and you can perform clip, of course, absolutely, because we have these hollow vessels with the circulation. Also the bypass, we can perform bypass. We tried these models with bypass in Tumen in Russia in 2020, in the beginning of 2020, of course. Why? I mean, because I know maybe you're gonna ask me, but I can make it in chicken wings. Yes, chicken wings is good. It's more cheap, absolutely. Have good sensation, but it's no real anatomy. You can tell me, well, but I can make it in rat later. Yes, rat is good for us, but not for the rat, because usually after we finish, we sacrifice the rat. In my personal experience, yes, I am like this guy but I have the pet cemetery in my back because I practice with rats, and it's something I don't feel proud about it. So what if we can develop something and we don't need to use the rat for training? It's gonna be more ethical. This is Professor Kimura from Japan, trying the models of the bypass. And later in the near future, what we're gonna try to develop is the carnosynostosis models, continue with the developing of the bleeding skin, make models from neurotrauma, and continuing all this kind of modeling. I left this, it's in Spanish, but it's something I read a long time ago. We say, the silence is from us, but the knowledge is from everybody. And we cannot monopolize the knowledge. Knowledge we need to spread. Thank you so much for your attention.
Okay, Manuel, thank you very much. And this is the part, because I really think this platform can be used by neurosurgeons for examination of instruments. And it doesn't imply endorsement by us or anyone in the panel, but I think we're permitted rigorous examination of the device. So the floor is open, and be coldly rigorous in your questioning to figure out, is this a good thing for education?
Sorry, John, the first is sorry because I have some technical issues here. I really apologize to everybody of you. I'm really sorry. Okay,
no.
That's
No
the
problem.
first.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, the floor's open.
Thank you, Manuel, for this presentation. Nice presentation, and I see that your model is a mixture of is inspired by Aboud's and Gonzalez methods, but that's the way that that's the perfection of the models, and it's very interesting to have this three, the dura mater and the arachnoid, and for dissection. And there is an important point. There is the model, but there is ability, the gestual technique. It's very important to learn to the students how to deal with the bipolar, how to dissect the Sylvian Valley, how to deal with the retractor-less of the brain. All this is very, very important for the study. And I want I have one question. Do you have mimic a ruptured aneurysm in your model?
Rectal aneurysm, no, but I have aneurysm in the models.
Yes.
I developed an aneurysm models, but no without rectal, not yet. Now
you can put high pressure.
Yes, it's possible.
Yes,
I'm break it. Yes, because I used to bump. One is from the circulation of the CSF, and the other one is from the blood circulation. We have two closed systems.
Yeah. Are you electronic device like Pablo's cadaver brain with simulation of eloquent area?
No.
Think in the brain tumor.
No, this we don't go from this way. In the way we prefer to go was like because the model Dr. Gonzalez makes is very amazing, and so something we see we don't find outside. It's vascular models from clipping aneurysm models. It's something we try to develop models in the one you can perform a bypass, because the learning curve from bypass is very high. It's very high. So and in the same time, if we can make the models also with the third ventriculostomy to perform a third ventriculostomy and tumors at the same time.
We have a question from Jose Gallego. It says, is it possible to go endovascular with your models?
Well, because in the models now we just make only the Willis silicals. But in future, yes, it's very possible, because our next model is going to include the full cervical vertebra with the vertebral arteries. So yes, it's very possible, because you have a lumen in the vessels. But until now, we didn't try, but yes, it's possible.
Okay, very good. More questions or comments from the panel, please?
Said Ait Ben Ali. Said?
Yeah, yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Manuel, for this excellent lecture.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Models and 3D printing are very important for teaching. I think that there is another advantage for using the 3D printing in neurosurgery. We can get easily an informed consent from the patient, because we can show him all the steps of the surgery and the principle of this surgery, and we can get his informed consent easily, and it's very important. And it facilitates the communication between the surgeon and the patient, I think.
Yes, that's true. Because we can make, for example, if we want, we can make the exactly patient head models, the exactly one. Of course, it's gonna take maybe more time, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, but we can make the exactly brain, exactly patient pathologist performs before the surgery.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, more comments or questions from any of the panelists? And don't be afraid to be coldly rigorous, just like you would for a surgical procedure. Oh. I have a question, Manuel. What kind of a time period? When did you start the interest in this, and when did it really start developing?
Well, I started after I fly to Portugal. I was in Portugal in the UNESCO Anatomy Congress in 2018. And after that, I started developing some models with the 3D pen. I started with the 3D pen. I was doing in the time in my balcony. My wife almost killed me because I always get the mess there in the balconies. And later, I start with the printing. Later, I got the 3D printing with the filament, and I start to make stuff in the 3D printing. And later, you know, just was taking advice on what we can make this or we can make that. Later, I start to work with the silicone. When I start to work with the silicone, was a huge work. Was a new work for me. Because then I start to make some models. Because our next models, I want they include the cervical spine and also of the spinal cord. So it's something good if we can have the spinal cord with all the ligaments, the vertebral artery and all the structures all together.
Okay, very good.
Because, for example, now, John, there is no training course anywhere for the COVID pandemic.
Okay, yeah, we were talking before, Manuel, and now that with COVID, there's even more restrictions on the use of cadavers than before.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's like a freeze. So I think I don't know what medical students are doing in the States for cadavers, but they're probably not getting any, what they say in the profession, and I hate to use the term, fresh cadavers. They're not getting fresh cadavers like they used to. So
yes, that's true. That's true.
Manuel, do you work with a company or with a structure, special structure who made these models, or you do it alone?
No, I do it in the balcony in my home.
yeah, but you have help from this neurosurgeon in Mexico, right? He's
Yes. Professor Soriano, he's the one who supports this project. Because all this project take time, and I am just making a trial and mistake. It's something take time, but until now we are in the proper way, and it's important for us to take the advice, recommendation, what to put, what to don't put.
Okay.
Because it's the way to learn.
Okay, Manuel, can you leave me your mail address, because I have many ideas to talk
yes,
about.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yes. Thank you.
Great. Just put it in the chat there, and I'll get it, Saeed. And you have my WhatsApp, right? So just
yes.
what's up to me, and there you go, man. Manuel's pretty pretty active on WhatsApp.
I have a question from about the spinal model. No, I don't have the spinal model yet because I am in India, but in 1 week I'm gonna fly back to Moscow, and then we're gonna start with the spinal model because we already know in the way we wanna make it with all the ligaments, because we're gonna make the spinal model with the same material as the skull, so it's a material you can drill. And then we're gonna make with the same material as the brain, we're gonna make the spinal cord. Then we're gonna make the dura mater, and we're gonna make the ligaments. With the also after, of course, we're gonna make the disc. The disc is gonna be a very important issue. We can make some bulb disc, some hernias.
So one bit of news for Jose Gallego. If you want to see good spine models, follow Victor Hugo Perez to get good anatomical models. And I'll put his name in the chat. Hugo Perez.
Yes,
You've seen you've seen some of his models, right, Manuel, Victor?
Yes, yes, I saw them. I saw them.
No, yeah, he doesn't market them, but he's involved in them, making models of his spine. So, and more comments, questions from anybody?
I see Professor Yuha is here. I sent a model to him, but unfortunately, with the transportation was a chaos. Unfortunately, the transportation was, you know,
Oh.
your transportation. Yes, was
Yeah.
break it, and he didn't try it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yuha, are you there? Do you want to comment?
I'm
at all?
here. I'm here.
Oh,
I think
welcome,
this
Yuha.
is-
Welcome, Yuha.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome.
I think this is very interesting model. So some things we can improve, or you can improve, but this is extremely good because you can open the skull and drill, and you have the arteries and CSF there. So it is multiple different things you can do with this model. It's very good. Just continue.
Very good, Manuel. There you go.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
I have a question about the replicating the viability of the vessels and the consistency of the parenchyma. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yes, it's something. It took time to develop the more real consistency of the vessels.
Yeah.
It's something still we are developing to make a full system, full circulation system in the brain, and also maybe in future we can include the veins and see what we can do. The important is these vessels now you can clip it and they don't gonna slip, because the first vessels we create, they slip from when you put the clip, they slip.
It's a work in progress.
Yes, we are in working trial mistake, and try to my wife don't kill me for the balcony.
If you stay alive.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
More comments, or questions, or feedback? Don't be afraid to ask questions about this. I think this platform has a great future in examining surgical instruments. If
Yeah,
not,
something we were thinking with Professor Soriano is to make like from a examination of the residents to perform some surgeries in models to evaluate.
Okay.
Because you cannot put a test, you cannot evaluate a resident in the real scenario. So maybe it's something we can develop in near future.
Okay. Okay, Pablo, did you want to make a comment? I don't know if Pablo's on there or not, but okay, very good. Manuel, like you said, this is a work in. Any more comments before we close? No, apparently not. Okay, very good. Thanks, all panelists.
Thank you,
and
Manuel.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. And like Manuel said, this is a work
Well,
in
I have a
work in
question, Dr. John.
progress. Hello, Abraham. Welcome.
Hey,
Hey,
all right.
good evening.
Long time no see, right?
Well, you know, we were
Been a
gonna
while.
we were gonna close, but we'll keep it
Yeah,
open
that-
for you.
Thank
Okay.
you, thank you. No, I just wanted to. I mean, I was following the webinar on Neurosurgical TV, but I just wanted to jump into the panel to ask one more question. I also
You're
saw
welcome.
Professor Harnesnimi. Hello, Professor Harnesimi. Hi, Manuel. Beautiful webinar. I just wanted to ask Manuel. Is it like have you been on congresses with this model, and have there been any workshops? Like, have you had any routine actually teaching students or residents with this model?
Well, not yet, because you know I developed this model. I had a lot of time to develop this model during the pandemic. I got a lot of free time, but until now we only tried these models in human in the bypass training course. This is only the way where we train, where we try these models. But it's something we want to do is put the models and see what we can get with to make a randomized trials, make a trials with students or residents and see the function of the models.
Right, because I had mentioned in October, we will have this first medical student World Congress of Neurosurgery on Crete in Greece. And also Dr. Ipe is going to come as a speaker, and he will give some lectures to inspire the students. And that is actually, I mean, I was thinking, you know, maybe we should have a workshop kind of session where you can also, you know, present your work and where we can really hands-on try out something on this model.
Yeah, I was going to
Yes,
suggest
absolutely.
that. I was going to suggest that. I was going to suggest that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
With pleasure.
Yeah, yes.
Come with us. Yes, it's something we can do there.
Cool, cool.
And-
Then
and
we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, and
Yes,
we'll,
of course, of course.
and we'll broadcast
Danke
it.
viel. Danke viel.
Ibrahim, where you from?
Dr. Saita, hello. I'm Ibrahim. I'm a final year medical student in Berlin, Germany.
Germany. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm
Pleasure
from
meeting you, sir. Thank you.
I'm from Reunion Island.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
No, stay here. I was just going to close it. Stay here. Stay here. I'm going to close
Okay.
the formal recording because networking is a valuable asset of this platform. And I'd like to thank you very much, Manuel, for putting all the work together. And as you say, it's a work in progress.
Yes.
No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, John.